Hemos venido hablando de crear comunidad.
So we've been talking about creating a community.
Hemos venido durante las últimas semanas tratando de demostrar que comunidad es el deseo y propósito de Dios.
Throughout the last couple of weeks, we've been showing how community is the desire of God.
Que el propósito, el deseo, el plan de Dios nunca ha sido formar o crear una religión.
How the purpose and the desire of God has never been to create a religion.
Okay, que el deseo de Dios nunca en la palabra de Dios ha sido simplemente mantener gente ocupada un domingo por unas horas.
That the desire of God in the Bible has never been to simply keep people occupied on a Sunday morning.
Que el templo pretendía ser un lugar de reunión para que la presencia de Dios hablara a cada uno, pero nunca reemplazar el concepto de comunidad.
The temple was a place of gathering where God would speak, but it would never replace the place of community.
Todo esto lo hemos venido hablando desde hace varias semanas.
So this is something that we've been talking about for the last couple of weeks.
Y hoy vamos a hablar de cómo el temor, entre otras cosas, pero hoy vamos a hablar de cómo el temor nos puede impedir vivir en comunidad.
So today we're going to be talking about how fear can keep us from living in community.
O más bien cómo el temor nos puede impedir formar la comunidad que Dios quiere que formemos.
Or better yet, how fear keeps us from creating the community that God wants us to have.
Y recuerden siempre que el diseño de Dios es primero en nosotros, luego en nuestra familia, luego un conjunto de familias y así ir creciendo.
Always remember that the plan of God is to first begin it in our lives, then in our families, then in the lives and families around us.
Por tomar un ejemplo de lo que decía mi esposa ahora.
Taking an example of what my wife was previously saying.
No puede decirle al hijo de uno que vaya y adore a Dios.
You can tell your kids, go and worship God. Worship with devotion.
Él lo va a hacer.
Then they're going to be willing to do it.
Va a ser normal.
It's going to be something normal, something natural for them.
Si tu hijo te ve respetar los ambientes, los espacios y a las personas,
If your children see you respect the spaces, respect the people,
pues no le vas a tener que decir que respete, simplemente para él va a ser normal respetar.
you're not going to have to tell them constantly that they need to respect. For them, it's going to be something normal and natural.
Y si se dan cuenta, pues esto va construyendo personas, familias y luego comunidad.
And if you realize, this begins to first build up people, build up families, then communities,
¿Cierto que sí?
right?
¿Estamos claros en que el concepto de Dios es construir una comunidad, un pueblo, una nación?
Are we clear that the purpose of God is to create a family, a community, a nation?
De hecho, nunca el deseo de Dios fue que alguien fuera más importante que otro.
As a matter of fact, the desire of God has never been for someone to be more important than someone else.
Por ejemplo, ustedes ven que el pueblo de Dios, la nación de Israel, tuvo reyes.
For example, in the nation of Israel, you would see that they had kings.
¿Sabe usted que cuando el pueblo pidió un rey, Dios les dijo que ese no era su deseo, que tuvieran reyes?
Do you know that when the people of Israel asked for a king, God told them, hey, that's not my desire, that's not the way I intended this to be?
Ustedes lo piden, yo les voy a dar un rey.
You ask for a king, I'll give you a king.
Pero entiendan algo,
But understand something.
ustedes y sus hijos van a tener que servirle a ese rey.
You and your children will serve that king.
Dios no quería que ninguno fuera el rey, que
God-
tuvieran un rey humano.
God didn't want for any of them to be the king and to have a human king.
Quería que cada uno de ustedes, cada uno de nosotros fuera rey.
He wanted each one of you and us to be kings.
Y él ser nuestro rey. El rey de todos.
And that he would govern over all of us.
Rey de reyes.
That he would be the king of kings.
Señor de señores.
Lord of lords.
Pero no que nadie se enseñoreara sobre otros.
But not that someone would become lord over someone else.
Ese es el deseo de Dios.
That's the desire of God.
Sin embargo, nos
Nonetheless,
guste o no admitirlo, nosotros pensamos que Dios tiene favoritos, ¿sí o no?
whether we like to admit it or not, we like to believe that God has favorites.
¿Sí o no?
Isn't it so?
Y la palabra de Dios es clara cuando dice que Él no tiene favoritos.
And the word of God is clear when he says that he has no favorites.
Pero a veces no es fácil de creer.
But many times that's not something that's easy to believe.
Voy a citar dos escrituras donde dice específicamente, Colosenses 3:25, por ejemplo.
I'm going to cite two scriptures that speak on this clearly.
Pero si hacen lo que está mal, recibirán el pago por el mal que hayan hecho, porque Dios no tiene, ayúdenme, porque Dios,
So we're going to look at this verse in Colossians 3:25, and it reads, "But if you do what is wrong, you will be paid back for the wrong that you have done, for God has no favorites."
no tiene favoritos.
He has no favorites.
Romanos 2:11 lo dice específicamente.
Romans 2:11 says it specifically,
Pues Dios no muestra,
"For God does not show clear something very specific,
específico. Dios no muestra favoritos, no muestra favoritismo, no tiene favoritos.
something very clear, something very specific. God has no favorites. God shows no favoritism."
Sin embargo, como les digo, la tendencia nuestra es a veces vemos cosas y decimos, no, sí, Dios sí tiene unos favoritos.
Nonetheless, our tendency is to look at things and say, "No, God has favorites."
¿Sabe que la palabra favorito viene de favor?
Do you know that the word favorite or favorite comes from favor?
¿Qué quiere decir favor? Que hay personas que parecieran que tienen más favor, más gracia con Dios que otras.
Now, what is that in itself? It just seems like some people have more favor, more grace with God than others.
Pero acabamos de leer en Colosenses que dice que no es que el Señor tenga favoritos, sino que hay gente que simplemente recibe mal porque hace mal.
But we've read in Colossians 3:25 that it's not that God has favorites, it's just that some people receive bad things for the bad things that they do.
Y vamos a ver algunas historias, pocas porque no nos da el tiempo,
We're going to go through a couple of stories, not many, just because we don't have enough time,
acerca de algunas escrituras que como que uno dice, pero sí tenía un favorito o no.
about some scripture that we could look at and say, well, didn't God have a favorite in this case, or what was happening?
Por ejemplo, en Génesis 4 tenemos la historia de Caín y Abel, bastante conocida, bastante famosa.
For example, in the book of Genesis, chapter 4, verse 6, we find the story of Cain and Abel, which is a very popular story.
Básicamente el problema empieza porque dice que el Señor aceptó de buena gana, con agrado, la ofrenda de Abel, pero no así la de Caín.
Basically, the problem sort of begins when it reads that God accepted Abel's offering with, like he was pleased by his offering, but not with Cain's offering.
Y eso hizo que Caín se enojara y que se viera muy decaído.
And this made it so that Cain would become angry.
Miren lo que dice Génesis 4, 6 al 7.
Now let's read what Genesis 4, verse 6 to 7 says.
Le pregunta el Señor a Caín, ¿por qué estás tan enojado? ¿Por qué te ves tan decaído? Serás aceptado si haces lo correcto, pero si te niegas a hacer lo correcto, entonces ten cuidado. El pecado está a la puerta, al acecho y ansioso por controlarte, pero tú debes dominarlo y ser su amo.
And it reads, "Why are you so angry?" the Lord asked Cain. "Why do you look so dejected? You will be accepted if you do what is right. But if you refuse to do what is right, then watch out. Sin is crouching at the door, eager to control you. But you must subdue it and be its master."
Entonces vemos que no fue que al Señor dijo, ay no, es que yo me parece chévere Abel, es todo nice, es todo cool, y este Caín es, no era que tenía de favorito a Abel.
What we can gather from this verse, from this context that we're reading, is basically that it wasn't that God looked at Cain and he was like, you know, I don't really like this guy, and then he saw Abel and he's like, this is a cool guy, I like him, I just pick him over it.
No fue eso, simplemente el Señor está diciendo, Caín, si dejaras de hacer lo incorrecto,
This wasn't the case. Basically, what the Lord is saying here is, Cain, if you stop doing what is wrong,
entonces como que tal vez, deducimos de la historia, como que Caín decía, bueno, yo hago lo que está mal, pero como traigo ofrenda,
basically what we can deduce from this story is that Cain would say, well, I'll do whatever I want when I'm outside, but when I bring my offering, and since I'm bringing my offering,
pero lo que el Señor está diciendo es, no se trata de lo que traigas de ofrenda, se trata de cómo está tu corazón.
then everything would be all right. But God is saying, no, it's not about the offering that you bring, it's about the actions that you're taking, it's about the way that your heart is.
Entonces no fue que Dios tenía de favorito a Caín y recibió mejor lo que venía Abel, y recibió mejor lo de Abel porque sí, sino que Caín estaba haciendo lo que no le agrada a Dios.
So it wasn't that God had favoritism over Abel and he was simply saying, you know what, I accept yours because I like you more. It was simply that Cain was doing something he wasn't supposed to be doing.
¿Sí? ¿Queda claro que no era que Abel era favorito?
Is that clear? That it wasn't that Cain or Abel, one was favored over the other?
Pregúntale al que tienes al lado, ¿sí o no?
Can you ask the person beside you? Because it's kind of hard to read you from here, guys. We get no feedback.
Thank you. Hay una que es más difícil todavía,
Now,
más complicada, más
there's
confusa.
one that's a little bit more complicated than this story to be able to understand.
Esaú y Jacob.
When we look at Esau and Jacob,
Porque la Biblia dice, a Esaú aborrecí y a Jacob amé. Que la Biblia dice que a Esaú aborrecí y a Jacob amé.
because the Bible says, I rebuked Esau and I loved Jacob.
Entonces uno diría, vio que sí tenía favorito a Jacob y al pobre Esaú.
And so you
pobrecito,
would
¿no?
say, well, see, the Bible does say that he rebuked one but loved the other.
Pero no, cuando leemos la historia en general y vemos los detalles nos damos cuenta que no es así.
But so let's go a little bit in depth into the details so that we can see what the case really was.
Esa historia la pueden leer en el capítulo 25 y 26 de Génesis.
So this story, we can find it in the book of Genesis chapter 25, also chapter 26.
Y nos damos cuenta que Esaú despreciaba el plan de Dios, el propósito de Dios de construir una comunidad y un pueblo.
And we see that Esau despised the plan of God to build a community.
Es más, a Esaú, no le importaba siquiera que Dios lo había escogido.
As a matter of fact, Esau didn't, is that how you say it? Esau? Didn't even really care that he had been chosen.
Hay una historia, por ejemplo, que el hombre viene con mucha hambre.
There's a story saying that this man is coming with a lot of hunger.
En el capítulo 25, versos 32 al 34,
Chapter 25, verse 32 to 34.
dice, mira, me estoy muriendo de hambre, dijo Esaú. ¿De qué me sirven ahora los derechos de primogénito de hijo mayor? Entonces Jacob le dio a Esaú de cejas y algo de pan. Esaú comió, luego se levantó y se fue, y así mostró desprecio, diga conmigo desprecio, por sus derechos de hijo mayor.
Thank you. So it reads, look, I'm dying of starvation, said Esau. What good is my birthright now? I don't have the rest. Thank you. Then Jacob gave Esau some bread and lentil stew. Esau ate the meal and then got up and left, and he showed contempt for what his rights as the firstborn.
Esaú no le importaba el plan de Dios.
Esau didn't really care about the plan of God.
No le importaba ni siquiera que Dios había escogido a su abuelo Abraham, a su papá, perdón, a su abuelo Jacob, perdón, a su abuelo Abraham, a su papá Isaac, que los había escogido para formar un pueblo, que había una promesa sobre ellos.
He didn't really care that God has chosen his family, you know, Abraham and Isaac, to build with them a new nation.
No le importó.
He didn't really care about that.
Entonces, un día simplemente negoció sus derechos, su promesa, su herencia, la negoció porque tenía hambre por un plato de lentejas.
And so one day, simply because he was hungry, he negotiated his birthright over just a plate of stew.
¿Y qué tiene eso que ver con nosotros?
Now, what does that have to do with us?
¿Cuántas veces despreciamos el favor de Dios sobre nosotros por algo que nos ofrecen?
How many times have we simply despised the favor of God over our lives for something that they offer to us? Something that is unpleasing to God.
Hay veces proponemos algo, pero si nos ofrecen un poquito más, $2 más, despreciamos lo de Dios porque, ay no, esto está mejor.
There's times where we could look at something that God wants us to do, and then someone else says, I'll pay you $2 more and do something else, and you say, well, you know, I'd rather have that.
¿Qué representaría ese plato de lentejas en tu vida?
What does that lentil stew look like in your life? What would it represent?
¿Qué podría ser más importante que la escogencia, el favor de Dios sobre tu vida?
What could be more important than being chosen in the favor of God over your life?
Gracias. Porque a veces no es que Dios tenga favoritos, es que a veces nosotros no valoramos lo que Dios ha dicho sobre nuestras vidas.
Because many times it's not the fact that God doesn't have favorites, it's just the fact that we don't even value what God is doing in us.
A veces estamos caminando en las cosas de Dios, pero nos muestran algo que parece mejor y
Many times
lo desechamos, lo despreciamos.
we're walking in the things of God and they show us something that just seems like it shines brighter and we just kind of put God's things to a side.
En esos 2-3 capítulos hay muchos detallitos que demuestran cómo Esaú despreció la primogenitura.
In those 2-3 chapters, there's many examples of how we can see the way that Esau basically neglected his birthright,
¿Cómo se dice desprecio?
despised.
Despise. Por ejemplo,
For example,
una instrucción del Señor es para sus hijos, para formar su pueblo, es no vayan a buscar esposa en los otros pueblos, mucho menos en los que están en Canaán, ¿ok? Porque eso va a hacer que su fidelidad se diluya.
For example, one of the instructions that God has given to his people is, listen, I'm building a community, I'm building a nation with you, so don't go and find a wife somewhere else. Don't go and look for a wife, especially in the area of Canaan where they were. He was telling them, don't go look somewhere else because that's going to make it so that when you guys mix, you're going to fall out of my plan.
En esos dos capítulos específicamente Jacob, el papá, le dice a Esaú que no lo haga.
And in those two chapters specifically,
Jacob. Isaac.
Isaac, Esau's father, tells him, listen, don't pick a wife from over there. I don't want you to have a wife from over there.
Con la confusión de nombres yo meto en problemas a cualquiera, ¿o no?
With that confusion of names I'm having, I can get anyone in trouble right now. Huh?
Entonces, el papá Isaac le dice a Esaú y a Jacob, cuidadito, ustedes se van a casar con una mujer que no sea de su pueblo.
And so Isaac, their father, tells Esau and Jacob, listen, you better be careful that you do not marry outside of our clan, outside of our people.
Pero como a Esaú no le importaba,
But since Esau didn't really care about it,
no creyó en el plan de Dios,
he didn't believe in God's plan.
no pensaba en que Dios de verdad iba a construir una ciudad, una nación con ellos.
He didn't think that God would build a nation with them.
Entonces adivinen qué pasó.
Guess what happened?
Génesis 26, 34, 35. Cuando Esaú tenía 40 años, se casó con dos mujeres hititas. Hititas era uno de los pueblos que habitaban Canaán. Judith, hija de Beeri, y Basemat, hija de Elón. Pero las esposas de Esaú amargaron la vida de Isaac y de Rebeca.
Genesis chapter 26, verse 34 to 35 reads, at the age of 40, Esau married two Hittite wives, Judith, the daughter of Beeri, and Basemeth, the daughter of Elon. But Esau's wife made life miserable for Isaac and for Rebekah.
Y ahí se dañó la comunidad, por lo menos por ese lado.
And we could see how the community would be damaged, at least through that side, right?
En el siguiente capítulo, en el 27,
Then in the next chapter, chapter 27,
a Esaú le da rabia porque Jacob le ganó la bendición, el favor de Dios.
Esau becomes angry because Jacob won his blessing.
Y dice de nuevo que a pesar de que sabía y su papá le había dicho y Dios le había dicho que no se casara con mujeres que no fueran de su pueblo,
That although he knew that God had told him and that his father had told him not to marry into wives that were outside of his people,
fue y se casó con otra también de afuera.
he went and he found another wife outside of his people.
¿Qué demuestra esa conducta?
What do you think that this type of conduct shows? Sense.
Me vale lo que tú digas,
Means I do not care.
right? Entonces, ¿qué fue lo que él dijo? Básicamente, no me parece o no creo o no considero importante tu propósito.
So what was it that Esau was saying basically with his actions? He was telling God, you know what, I don't really care about your purpose. I don't really care about the plan that you have for my life.
No me importa dividir mi familia y mi nación en varios brazos.
I don't really care if my family gets divided into different branches.
Imagínense que Dios los mandó a conquistar la tierra de Canaán
Because imagine, God called them to conquer the land of Canaan,
y él se casó con mujeres de Canaán.
and he goes and he marries into women of Canaan.
O sea, hacía acuerdo, agreement con esas familias.
So he would make an agreement with those families that God had told them to destroy.
Que Dios le había mandado a destruir. Dios te mandó a conquistar esta tierra y a transformarla, no a hacer alianzas con ella.
God has called you to conquer this land, not to become an alliance with it.
Dios no te mandó a convertirte a los dioses y a las costumbres de esta tierra.
God did not call you and bring you here to turn into the gods of this land.
Te mandó a derrotarlos,
He called you to destroy them,
conquistarlos
to conquer them,
y transformar la sociedad,
and to transform society,
a gobernar,
to govern,
a no volverte esclavo.
to not become a slave.
Entonces vemos por qué Esaú fue despreciado,
And so we'd be able to see how Esau was despised.
porque para él no era importante el plan de Dios.
Because for Esau, God's plan was irrelevant.
Ahora tú te estarás preguntando, bueno, eso fue Esaú, ¿y qué tiene que ver conmigo?
And you may be asking yourself, well, that's Esau. What does that have to do with me?
Pues que es lo mismo, la palabra de Dios no cambia.
Well, that it's the same thing. The word of God does not change.
¿Qué tan importante para ti es el propósito de Dios?
How important, how valuable is God's plan over your life?
¿Estás realmente planeando toda tu vida con el objetivo de hacer y llevar a cabo lo que Dios te prometió?
How important is it to you? Are you building your life around the fact that God has a plan for your life?
¿Que te prometió la tierra?
That He promised you this land.
¿Que te prometió gobernar la tierra?
That He promised you would govern over it.
¿Que prometió que tus hijos y tus nietos se apropiarían?
He promised that your children and your grandchildren would take ownership of it.
¿Lo estamos entendiendo?
Are we understanding that?
Despiértate tú que duermes, que te alumbre Cristo.
Awaken you that are asleep, may the light of Christ shine on you.
¿Estás entendiendo el propósito?
Are you understanding the purpose?
Yo sé que suena muy grande.
And I know it sounds something too great to believe.
El pueblo de Israel le sonaba grandísimo cuando el Señor les decía que esa tierra les pertenecía y que la podían conquistar.
For the people of Israel, it was difficult to believe when God told them that that was their land and that they had to conquer it.
Se les hacía imposible creerlo.
When they saw it, they just thought it was impossible.
Veían gigantes.
They saw giants.
Decía, pero es que allá hablan inglés, yo no.
They were like, but they speak English. I don't speak English.
¿Cómo voy a poder conquistar eso?
How am I going to be able to conquer a land that I don't even speak the same language?
Es otra cultura.
It's a different culture than mine.
Son más grandes que nosotros.
Lord, they're taller than I am.
Algunos piensan que son hasta más inteligentes que nosotros.
Some of them even believe that they're smarter, they're more intelligent than we are.
Son más open mind.
They're more open-minded, mente abierta.
En los últimos tiempos, mente abierta se ha traducido en piernas abiertas.
In the last times, an open mind has become open legs.
Sí, porque la cultura moderna es que si usted es open mind, con quien sea, como sea, cuando sea, donde sea,
Because open-minded culture nowadays is like, okay, if you're open-minded, that means you sleep with whoever, you don't care about different genres or ages or nothing. You just, with whoever, it's cool.
todos contra todos,
Everyone versus everyone.
todo se vale.
Everything's allowed.
¿Y eso es open mind?
And that's being open-minded.
Y entonces llegamos hasta casi que a admirar eso.
And so we kind of even reach a point where it's like if we admired that type.
¿Cómo podemos nosotros, que parecemos insectos, ir a cambiar esa cultura?
How is it that we that are like insects, Lord, going to change that culture?
Si comparados con ellos parecemos saltamontes, decía el pueblo de Israel, grillos.
If compared to them, we are like grasshoppers, the people of Israel would say.
Quiero que seas honesto contigo mismo. ¿Te has sentido así frente al reto que Dios te ha dicho de cambiar la cultura donde estamos?
I want you to be honest with yourself. Have you felt this way before the challenge that God has given you to change the culture that we live in?
¿Sí o no?
Yes or no?
Sí, uno dice, pero ¿cómo vamos a cambiar eso? Si es que eso ya pues, es casi que irreversible.
Yeah, we kind of look at it and we look at it and we're like, man, how am I going to affect that? It just kind of looks like it doesn't even have a way of turning back.
Así se sentía el pueblo de Israel frente a la tierra prometida, por eso no cruzaban, por eso no salían del templo. Digo, no pasaban el Jordán.
This is why the people of Israel were also in that fear. They felt the same way. This is why they wouldn't leave the temple, or rather they wouldn't cross the Jordan River.
Porque pensaban es imposible.
Because they believed it's impossible.
Pero el Señor lo hizo posible.
But God made it possible.
Pero primero hay que creerlo.
But first, we have to believe.
No cometer el pecado de Esaú.
We don't have to, or the first thing we have to do is not go into Esau's sin.
Dios te escogió para cambiar el mundo.
God chose you to change the world.
Pero también hay lentejas o frijoles. But it's also lentils or beans. What do you prefer? Change the world or eat food?
Dios te llamó para cambiar el mundo, pero también hay lentejas o hay frijoles. ¿Cuál prefieres?
No, que el mundo lo cambia otro. Yo quiero lentejitas.
Let somebody else change the world. I want some beans.
Dios te llamó a apropiarte de la tierra, a gobernar, que tus hijos sean los que dirigen esta nación.
God called you to take ownership, to govern this land, that your children would be the ones to direct this land.
Pero si votas por esto, te damos $100 más de child support.
But if you vote for this person that goes against that, you'll receive $100 more of child support.
$100 o lo que Dios dice.
Oh, $100 more on child support or what God says?
No, pues los $100.
Whatever.
Obviamente, ¿no?
I need $100 right now, right?
Pues eso pasaba en la nación de Israel.
Yeah, that was only in the nation of Israel. We're not talking about you guys. Us.
¿Tiene relación Esaú con nosotros hoy día?
So would Esau's story have relation to our story today?
Es que nos es fácil pararnos y juzgar eso, cambiar la primogenitura por un plato de lentejas mucho bruto, ¿no?
So easy for us to just kind of rise up and judge Esau and say, you got to be so dumb, you got to be so foolish to change your birthright for a plate of lentil stew.
Aprueba lo que está mal para que seas promovido en tu trabajo.
Approve what is wrong so that you can be promoted in your workplace.
No hables de lo que Dios dice porque entonces nunca vas a prosperar en esta nación.
Don't talk about what God says because then you're not going to prosper here.
Nunca vayas a una manifestación en donde vas a reclamar los derechos de lo que Dios dice. De pronto te toman una foto y quién sabe qué pasa.
Never go to a manifestation of people that are claiming the rights of what God says in this land because maybe they'll take a picture of you and who knows what will happen in your workplace.
Quédese en la casita comiendo lentejas
Just stay at home eating your lentil stew.
y desprecia el plan de Dios para ti, tus hijos, tus nietos y tus generaciones.
And despise God's plan over your life, over your children's, over your grandchildren.
Difícil, ¿no?
It's hard, isn't it?
Jacob, por el contrario, la creyó y la agarró.
Jacob, on the opposite, he took it and he believed it and he ran with it.
Hizo lo que fuera por obtener esa bendición.
He did whatever it would take in order to receive that blessing.
Trabajó 14 años para casarse con una vieja que fuera de su pueblo.
He worked 14 years to marry a woman that was of his people.
Eso es muy teso, ¿no?
That's hard, isn't it?
Yo siempre he dicho, ese man es mi héroe.
I've always said that guy's my hero.
Jacob trabajó 14 años por obedecer a Dios y a su padre.
Jacob worked 14 years so that he could honor and obey his father and God.
Porque las mujeres de Canaán andaban detrás de todos ellos.
Because the women of Canaan were chasing after them.
Tú puedes salir aquí a un nightclub y haces hookup cualquier noche.
You can go out in the city of Toronto, you can go anywhere and hook up with someone one night.
Tinder es una buena opción.
Tinder is a good option for you if you don't have a date, right?
Si no sabe qué es, no pregunte, no es bueno.
If you don't know what it is, don't ask. It's not a good thing.
Sí, hay muchas opciones.
There are many options.
Con Dios solo hay una.
With God, there's only one.
Solo una. Dice JP que estamos revisando Tinder solo para saber quién hay ahí.
A joke came to my mind and I'm like, yeah, we're just going through Tinder to see which of you are on it.
¿Usted qué hace ahí metido?
What are you
Lo
doing
mismo que
there?
usted.
Hey, reply to you like, hey, what are you doing in there?
No, verdad, hay muchas opciones.
No, truly, there are many options.
Pero con Dios solo hay una.
But with God, there's only one.
Pero su plan es bueno.
His plan is good for your life.
Su plan es espectacular.
His plan is wonderful.
Entonces este hombre honró a Dios.
And so this man honored God.
Hizo lo que tuvo que hacer y llevó a cabo el plan. Por eso, Jacob, su nombre se le cambió a Israel.
And he did what he had to do. He did the right thing. And this is why God later on changes his name from Jacob to Israel.
Es el papá de la nación de Israel.
He is the father of the nation of Israel.
Tremendo, ¿no?
It's incredible, isn't it?
Todo lo que él hizo en lo natural, hasta trabajar 14 años por la mujer que amó,
Everything that he did in the natural, even working those 14 years for the woman that he loved, which was of his land.
pero ahora vemos que la promesa de Dios fue real sobre él.
But we get to see that God's promise was real over his life.
De hecho, la promesa había sido hecha sobre su abuelo Abraham.
As a matter of fact, the promise had been made over his grandfather Abraham.
Por eso Dios se presenta como el Dios de Abraham, Isaac y Jacob.
This is why he would present him, or that God would present himself as the God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, the God of Jacob.
Miren eso, Jacob tuvo 12 hijos,
Now look at this story. Jacob has 12 children,
pero no todos le creyeron a Dios.
but not all of them believed God.
Por eso ahora la nación de Israel ya no tiene 12 tribus,
This is why the nation of Israel no longer has 12 tribes.
tiene una,
It has one,
la de Judá. Por eso ahora no les decimos israelitas.
Jewish, the tribe of Judah. This is why we no longer call them Israelites, but we call them Jewish, or the Jews, Judah.
Porque las otras 11 tribus despreciaron el plan de Dios.
Because the other 11 despised God's plan.
Tremendo, ¿no?
Isn't that crazy?
¿Será que Dios favoreció más a Judá que al resto de los hijos de Jacob?
Do you think that God favored Judah more than he did the others?
Solo uno le creyó.
But just one believed.
Pero la que más siempre me ha causado mi curiosidad, y la leo porque me parece espectacular,
But the one that has always just really caught my attention, and the more I read it, it's just kind of just interesting to me.
y en las semanas anteriores estaba leyendo un libro y leí algo sobre esto, por eso me acordé.
And a couple of weeks ago, I was reading a book about this, and this is why I also remembered.
Y es la historia de Saúl y David, los primeros reyes de esa nación, los primeros reyes de la nación de Israel.
It's the story of Saul and David, the first kings over the nation of Israel.
Imagínense que fueron escogidos por Dios para reinar sobre una nación.
Imagine, they're both chosen by God to govern over the people of Israel.
Fueron escogidos proféticamente.
They were both chosen prophetically.
No fue que votaron,
It wasn't that someone voted and they said, hey, I want this guy.
no fueron elecciones,
There was no elections.
fueron elegidos por Dios.
They were chosen by God.
¿Ok? Entonces Dios envía al profeta Samuel y le dice, este muchacho es el que yo escogí para ser rey.
God sends prophet Samuel, and he says, this is the man that I have chosen to lead my people.
Y miren lo que pasa el día que lo escogen. Aunque él ya sabía, porque ya el profeta le había dicho que él había sido escogido como rey.
And let's look at what happens. And now he already knew that this is something that would happen because the prophet had already told him that it would be so.
Primera de Samuel 10, 21-22.
So we're going to look at the book of Samuel, 1st of Samuel, chapter 10, verse 21 to 22.
Después llevó a cada familia de la tribu de Benjamín delante del Señor, ese es el profeta Samuel, y se eligió a la familia de los Matri. Finalmente de entre ellos se escogió a Saúl, hijo de Cis, pero cuando lo buscaron había desaparecido. Entonces le preguntaron al Señor, Señor, ¿qué se hizo Saúl? ¿Dónde está? Y el Señor contestó, está escondido entre el equipaje.
And it reads, then he brought each family of the tribe of Benjamin before the Lord. And the family of the Matrites was chosen. And finally Saul, the son of Kish, was chosen from among them. But when they looked for him, he had disappeared. So they asked the Lord, where is he? And the Lord replied, he is hiding among the baggage.
Dios nos escogió a todos para ser reyes y algunos están escondidos entre el equipaje.
God has chosen all of us to be kings, and many
¿Por
of
qué
you
yo?
are hiding in the baggage.
Que
Why,
vaya otro.
why me?
¿Y por qué me escogieron a mí?
Why did they pick me? Send someone else.
Que vaya aquel.
Send that guy over there.
Pero después, ¿y por qué a aquel le va bien?
But then, why is that guy doing well?
Y empezamos a hablar mal de aquel.
And then we begin to criticize and speak ill of the person that's doing well.
Y se nos olvida que cuando Dios nos llamó nos escondimos.
And we forget that when we were called, we hid.
Pues eso fue Saúl, ¿no?
Well, that was just Saul, right?
Desde el mismo momento que fue elegido, Saúl manifestó temor.
From the very moment that he was called, that he was chosen, he demonstrated fear.
Por ejemplo, es que hay muchos, son historias largas, pero por cuestión de tiempo no lo podemos decir, pero un detallito, por ejemplo,
For example, now there's many stories, there's also many examples, but due to time, we can't really share them all. But we're going to talk about one right now.
Dios le dio instrucciones, le dijo que le iba a dar la victoria sobre todos sus enemigos.
God gave him instructions, and he said, listen, I'm going to give you victory over all of your enemies.
Le dijo, eso sí, no se te olvide llevar mi presencia donde quiera que vayas.
But don't forget to carry my presence everywhere that you go.
Y le dio instrucciones a través del profeta que antes de salir a la batalla esperara que el profeta llegara y él presentara un sacrificio al Señor e iban a obtener la victoria.
And give him instructions that before they would go into battle to wait for the prophet, and that the prophet would present a sacrifice, an offering before the Lord, and then God would anoint them for war.
Pero entonces él empezó a ver que la gente se impacientó.
But then he began to see how people became impatient.
A ver, Saúl, ¿qué hacemos? Diga a ver.
Saul, come on, what are we going to do? Hurry up.
Esperemos que el Señor dijo que esperáramos al profeta.
Well, the Lord told us to wait on the prophet.
¿Y usted por qué tiene que esperar al profeta?
Why do you have to wait on the prophet for?
¿Usted no es el rey?
Aren't you the king?
¿Usted no puede decidir?
Can't you decide?
¿Es que usted no tiene pantalones?
No, you don't have any pants.
¿Y usted por qué no hace?
Come on, man.
¿Por
Why
qué
don't
tiene
you
que
do
esperar
it?
en Dios?
Why do you have to wait on God?
Muévase, haga algo.
Move, do something.
Y él prefirió el plato, perdón, agradarle a la gente,
And he preferred the plate of lentils to, to please people,
no perder el favor de la gente,
to not lose the favor that he had of people,
así perdiera el de Dios.
even if that meant he would lose God's favor.
Tuvo más temor de lo que la gente hiciera
He had more fear of what the people would do
que de lo que Dios había dicho.
than of what God had said.
Justo cuando él termina de hacer lo que le habían dicho que no hiciera,
And just as he finished doing what they had told him not to do,
por no esperar en Dios, por temor,
because he didn't wait on God because of fear,
aparece el profeta.
the prophet shows up.
¿Qué hiciste?
Hey, what did you do?
No, es que la gente estaba yendo. Entonces yo hice
The people were leaving. They were afraid, and they were asking me, so I just did it.
1 Samuel 13:11.
So look at 1 Samuel 13:11.
Pero Samuel preguntó, ¿qué has hecho? Saúl le contestó, vi que mis hombres me abandonaban y que tú no llegabas cuando prometiste y que los filisteos ya estaban en Micmas listos para la batalla, y entonces yo hice lo que tenía que hacer.
But Samuel said, "What is this you have done?" And Saul replied, "I saw my men scattering from me, and you didn't arrive when you said you would, and the Philistines at Michmash are ready for battle."
Ese día, proféticamente, Samuel le dijo algo a Saúl.
That day, prophetically, Samuel said something to Saul.
O sea, el profeta ha quitado el reino del rey.
The prophet said something to the king.
Hoy Dios ha quitado el reino de tus manos.
Today, God has taken the kingdom out of your hands.
Hoy Dios ha levantado un líder diferente a ti.
Today, God has chosen a different leader over this nation
Porque tú no fuiste capaz de creerle a él.
because you weren't able to believe in him.
Entonces él ha escogido a alguien
So he has chosen someone else
que es conforme a su corazón.
that is according to his heart.
Muy teso que uno le diga Dios que por no creerle lo despreció y que ya no.
It's extremely difficult that God would tell you, because you did not believe me, I despise you.
¿Sabes a qué te escogió Dios?
Do you know what God chose you for?
A creerle,
To
en
believe
crear
him.
una comunidad, un pueblo, una nación
To build a community, to build a nation
que lo ame a él,
that would love him,
que viva como él dice,
that would live according to how he says,
y sea esa ciudad puesta en una colina que los demás miran y quieren imitar.
and that would be that city on a hill that others can look at and see as an example of how to live their
Samuel,
life.
sí, el rey Saúl no la creyó
King Saul didn't believe it,
y fue desechado.
and he was let go.
Al mismo tiempo aparece David en escena.
At the same time, we see David showing up on scene.
El Señor lo escoge,
The Lord chooses him,
pero era un niño que cuidaba ovejas
but he was a child that took care of sheep.
y resulta que va a leerles por lo menos este pedacito. Esta historia se la saben todos, así que solo vamos a leer un versículo, es la de David y Goliat. Nos la aprendimos desde niños, ¿cierto que sí?
And so we're going to go through this story very briefly. I believe all of us know this story, the story of David and
Solo para
Goliath,
demostrar que el temor nos impide cumplir el propósito de Dios.
and talk about how fear keeps us from fulfilling God's purpose.
Primera de Samuel 17, 11 al 45. 1 Samuel chapter 17, verse 11, 45. ¿Qué pasó en esa historia? Llega David a visitar el ejército que aún dirige Saúl.
So now what happens in this story? David shows up and he's going to visit his brothers that are basically going to war, and they're all in fear.
Under King Saul, y va a verlos y se da cuenta que empezando por el rey, todo el ejército está por allá escondido.
And he sees that beginning or starting with the king, they're all hiding and they're afraid.
Porque el ejército filisteo tenía un gigante que iba, insultaba a Dios, los insultaba a ellos, se burlaba de ellos.
Because the Philistine army had a giant, which was Goliath, and that would go and insult them and disrespect God and disrespect them.
Pero ¿se acuerdan que Saúl tenía miedo?
But remember that Saul was afraid, and we saw this from the beginning.
Igual que el pueblo de Israel tenía miedo de ir a la tierra prometida,
The same way that the people of Israel were afraid of crossing into the promised land.
que veían que lo que Dios había mandado hacer era imposible de hacer, que ni Dios lo podía hacer, entonces no le creían.
When they would begin to look at the plan, and they would say, this is impossible. Nah, God himself can't even do this.
¿Saben cuál era la diferencia?
You know what was the difference?
David pasaba tiempo con Dios.
David spent time with God.
Y entonces cuando David ve eso, se
So
queda
when
aterrado.
David sees this, he becomes surprised.
Y David dice, no, yo hoy le peleo a ese man.
David says, nah, I'll go and fight this
Suélteme,
guy.
suélteme, suélteme.
Let me go, let me go.
¿Ya ha visto a alguien que quiere pelear? ¿Usted ha visto a alguien que busca pelear?
Have you seen somebody that wants to fight?
Agarra al amigo que tiene cerca.
He grabs onto his friend,
Suélteme, suélteme que yo lo mato.
and he's saying, let me go, I'll kill him.
Así era David. Suélteme, suélteme que yo lo mato.
That was David. Let me go.
Resulta que David era en serio. David sí creía que lo que Dios le había hecho era cierto.
Now the thing here was that David was serious. He really believed what God had said.
Entonces salía ese gigante a insultarlos.
And so that giant would come out to insult them.
Y el verso 11 dice, cuando Saúl, el rey, y los israelitas lo escucharon, quedaron aterrados y profundamente perturbados. David respondió al filisteo, ¿tú vienes contra mí con espada, lanza y jabalina? Pues yo vengo contra ti en el nombre del Señor de los ejércitos celestiales, el Dios de los ejércitos de Israel, a quien tú has desafiado.
When Saul and the Israelites heard this, They were terrified and deeply shaken. David replied to the Philistine, "You come to me with sword, spear, and javelin, but I come to you in the name of the Lord of heaven's armies, the God of the armies of Israel, whom you have defied."
La diferencia entre Saúl y David era que David creía que Dios era poderoso para cumplir lo que él había dicho que iba a hacer.
The difference between Saul and David was that David believed that God was powerful enough to fulfill what God said he would do.
Dios jamás dijo que tú vas a cambiar el sistema.
God never said that you were going to change the system and the culture.
Dijo que si tú y yo vamos, Él va a cambiar el sistema.
He said that if you and I go, that he would do it through us.
Él dijo que si tú y yo le creemos, seremos una comunidad fuerte, grande y poderosa.
He said that if you and I believe, then that we would be a powerful nation.
Él jamás dijo, Pedro, sobre esa tierra sobre esa piedra tú construirás mi iglesia.
He never said, Peter, or on that rock you will build my church.
Él le dijo, sobre esa roca yo construiré mi
He
iglesia.
said, Peter, on that rock I will build my church.
El que añade a la iglesia es Él.
The one who adds to the church is him.
El que vence es Él.
The one who conquers is God.
A nosotros lo único que nos toca es ser el arca que transporta su presencia y la lleva al lugar donde Él tiene que manifestar.
What we have to do is simply be the ark that carries his presence and take it to where he needs to be.
Pero no a nuestra manera, sino a la manera que Él dice.
But not our way, but the way that he says,
O sea, en obediencia,
meaning in obedience,
que quiere decir confiando y creyendo en Él.
which means having confidence and trusting in what he says.
¿Ok? El resto de la historia ustedes lo saben.
Now the rest of the story you guys know.
La valentía de ese niño hizo que venciera a ese gigante y después de ese gigante pues todo el ejército agarró valor y vencieron.
The courage of that kid basically made it so that he would defeat
El rey
and then that whole army would run away.
Y llegó a ser el rey más famoso que ha habido, el rey David en la historia.
And he became the most famous, popular king that there has ever been, King David.
¿Ok? Un punto para resaltar ya para terminar.
Now just a point to highlight right before we end.
David pecó,
David sinned.
Saúl pecó.
Saul sinned.
Y a mí por años me costó entender esto.
And for years, it really cost me, or it was just really difficult for me to understand this.
¿Por qué si el pecado de David, adulterio, homicidio, era tan grave, suena tan grave?
Why was it that David's sin, which is adultery and murder, it's something, so big, grave?
¿Por qué para Dios fue más grave que el de Saúl, que fue presentar sacrificio antes de tiempo?
Why was it for God, Saul's sin worse, which was to present a sacrifice before it was time?
En nuestra mente humana sería peor que yo empiece el servicio una hora antes o que adultere con una mujer casada y mate al marido.
In our human mind, would it be worse that I begin service an hour earlier, or that I commit adultery with another woman and that I also kill her husband?
En nuestra mente humana, ¿qué suena peor?
In our human mind, what is worse?
Obviamente el adulterio y el asesinato, ¿cierto?
Obviously, we look at it and we think adultery and homicide.
Entonces por años yo pensé que Dios tenía un favorito, David,
And for years, I thought God had a favorite, David,
y que no le había importado su pecado.
and that he didn't really care about his sin.
Y ojo con esto porque esto puede confundirlo si esa no es la idea.
And be careful with this, because this could confuse you, and that's not the idea.
Pero es que el pecado yo creo más serio que hay en no entender, no creer y no vivir para el propósito de Dios.
But the gravest sin that there is to not understand, to not live, and
Don't believe and don't live.
to not believe and to not live in the purpose for which God created us for.
No, yo nunca pequé, yo nunca adulteré, yo jamás engañé a mi mujer, yo nunca le hice daño a nadie.
I never sinned. I was never an adulterous man. I didn't kill anyone. I didn't take from anyone. I didn't do anything.
Pero no hice nada para avanzar el propósito de Dios.
But I did nothing to advance the purpose of God.
No, con esta ahí se durmieron todos, están así. Pongan una de Bon Jovi.
Don't play this slow song. Everyone's falling asleep.
No, sí, déjala. No, despierta a tu hermano. Dile, no te duermas que
Please wake your neighbor.
el tiempo se acaba.
Time runs out.
De verdad, de parte de Dios, quiero que te preguntes hoy, ¿qué te
Truly,
impide vivir para el propósito?
on behalf of God, I want to ask you, what keeps you from living in His purpose?
¿Estás escondido detrás de una silla?
Are you hidden behind a chair?
¿Estás escondido detrás de una fachada religiosa?
Are you hidden beside a religious facade?
Es importantísimo que entendamos el momento que estamos viviendo.
It's extremely important that we understand the moment that we're living in.
Tendemos a pensar que nos queda tiempo.
We tend to think that we have time.
Cada temporada es urgente.
Every season is urgent.
Lo que se hace con un niño desde que nace hasta los 2 años es crucial.
What you do with a child from the moment that he's born till he's 2 years old is crucial.
Es quebrarle la voluntad.
You have to break their will.
De los 2 a los 7, 8,
From 2 to 7, 8
es formar su identidad.
is to form an identity in them,
Que se sientan amados.
that they would feel loved.
De los 7 a los 12
From 7 to 12
es volverles a quebrar la voluntad de una manera diferente.
is again breaking their will, but now in a different way,
Para que aprendan a vivir y respetar en comunidad.
that they would know how to live and respect in community.
De los 12 a los 20
From 12 to 20
es el tiempo de enseñarles que tienen un propósito.
is the time to teach them that they have a purpose,
Enseñarles deberes y enseñarles a ser responsables.
to teach them responsibilities and duties.
De los 20 a los 40
From 20 to 40
es el tiempo de construir para la siguiente generación.
is the time to build for the next generation.
Y de los 40 en adelante
And from 40s and forward
es el tiempo de mentorear a otros para que se apropien de la tierra.
is the time to mentor others so that they would take ownership of the land.
Y a los 80 es el tiempo de mirar a los que no lo hicieron y decir, ¿sabe qué? Usted le quedó grande, yo todavía tengo fuerzas y voy y lo hago.
And when you're 80, it's time to look at those that didn't do it and say, you know what, you didn't get it done. I still have strength, and go and do it.
Eso no lo digo yo, no se lo dijo Caleb. I didn't say that. Caleb said it. Caleb. Pero no hay tiempo para perder.
There is no time to waste.
Si se dan cuenta, en el plan de Dios no hay jubilación.
If you look at God's plan, there is no retirement.
Tu objetivo en la vida no es estar pensando en dónde y cómo te vas a retirar.
Your objective in life is not to think and ponder about where and when you will retire.
Ese no es el propósito de Dios para tu vida.
That is not the purpose of God for your life.
El descanso de Dios es en su voluntad.
The rest of God is in His will. Your time of rest in God is in His will.
No es en una mecedora ni en un club jugando tenis.
It's not on a rocking chair or somewhere in a club playing tennis or golf.
Hay todo un mundo que transformar.
There's a whole world to transform.
Pero si nosotros mismos no empezamos porque el reino venga a nosotros,
But if we ourselves can't begin by having that kingdom come to us,
si cada día no nos levantamos con la conciencia de hoy voy a levantar el escudo de la fe y no voy a dejar que nada que el enemigo haga me mueva,
if we don't wake up every day and lift up that shield of faith so that nothing that the enemy does can move me,
voy a poner la coraza de justicia y nada que alguien me haga me va a ofender ni va a dañar mi corazón.
I'm going to wear the armor of justice so that nothing that someone else does can hurt me or offend me.
Voy a tomar la espada del Espíritu y le voy a volar la cabeza hoy al enemigo.
I'm going to take the sword of the Spirit and I'm going to cut the enemy's head off.
Voy a ceñir con la verdad hoy.
I'm going to hold to the truth.
Nadie me va a decir quién soy ni para qué soy.
And no one else will tell me what I am for or who I am.
Solo mi Padre Celestial.
Only
dice
my
quién soy
Heavenly
para-
Father will tell me who I am.
Me voy a poner los zapatos hoy del Evangelio de la Paz.
I'm going to wear the shoes of the peace.
No me voy a prestar para regar chismes, murmuraciones ni para causar división en ningún lugar.
And I'm not going to lend myself to be a part of gossip and rumors and
Division.
criticism and division.
Sino que voy a llevar paz donde quiera que
But
vaya.
I'm going to carry peace wherever I go.
Entonces, ¿sabes dónde empieza a verse el reino de los cielos a brillar?
Then you know where the kingdom of God begins to shine?
En tu casa,
Begins to shine in your home.
en tu hogar.
Begins to shine in your home.
El día que dejamos de mirar a nuestra mujer y decir, la mujer que tú me diste,
The day that we stop looking at our woman and saying, this is the woman that you gave me.
me porté mal porque fue que ella.
I behaved wrongly because she did this.
Esa no es excusa.
That's not an excuse.
Por lo menos no para Dios.
At least not for God.
No, yo fui grosera porque fue que él.
Oh, I was disrespectful because he did this.
Dile eso a Jesús.
Go and say that to Jesus.
No hay excusa.
There is no excuse.
No es que mis hijos no quisieron.
Oh, my kids didn't want to, so.
Eso era la excusa del sacerdote Elí.
That was the excuse that Eli, the priest, had.
Se cayó, se esnucó y perdió el sacerdocio de Elí todas sus generaciones.
He fell, broke his neck, and he and his whole generation lost the
Their
privilege that they had of being priest.
No tenemos excusa.
We don't have an excuse.
De verdad no hay excusa.
We truly don't have one.
Y yo quiero que tomemos esto con seriedad, que tomemos a Dios con seriedad.
And I want us to take God seriously.
El Señor puede venir en cualquier momento.
Come at any time.
Y lo he dicho muchas veces.
And I've said this many times.
Cuando Él venga no te va a preguntar, tú ibas a Nuevo Amanecer. No, súbase aquí, papá. Usted tiene el tiquete y ya, va derecho.
When he shows up,
Primera clase.
he's not going to say, oh, you used to go to Noah Rising Church? Oh, come on, you got the ticket paid for, let's go.
Usted era la iglesia del pastor Iván. No, hermano, usted es un favorito, aquí venga.
Oh, you were a part of Pastor Ivan's church? Oh, you're one of my favorites, let's go.
No, yo hice una oración de fe hace 30 años.
But Lord, I did the Lord's Prayer. I accepted you 30 years ago.
Ninguno de esos requisitos están en la Biblia.
None of those requirements show up in the Bible.
Según Jesús, el día que Él llegue,
According to Jesus, the day that he comes,
va a ser una sola pregunta. Está repetitiva en los evangelios, en Apocalipsis, en las cartas.
there's going to be one single question, and you see it constantly in the Gospels, in Revelations, in the letters to the churches.
¿Qué estabas haciendo y qué hiciste con lo que te di?
What were you doing? What did you do with what I gave you?
Ay, lo escondí detrás de la silla.
Oh, I hid behind the chair, Lord.
Siervo infiel.
Unfaithful servant.
Échenlo afuera,
Kick him outside,
donde es el llanto y el crujir de dientes.
where there's gnashing of teeth.
Eso dice la palabra.
That's what the Word of God says.
No hay favoritos con Dios.
There are no favorites.
El favor de Dios es para aquellos que le creen,
The favor of God is for those that believe
en lo imposible,
in that which is impossible,
que reconocen que no lo podemos hacer,
that recognize that we cannot do it in our own strength,
que solamente
that only
dependemos de Él
we depend on Him
y de los demás.
and on others.
Porque ninguno de nosotros lo podrá hacer solo.
Because none of us are going to be able to accomplish this alone.
Lo puede hacer en su poder
We can do it in His power,
y como comunidad.
and we can accomplish it as a community.
Si se pudiera solos, ya David lo hizo. Varios lo hicieron solos. David lo hizo.
If we could do it alone, many people did it alone. David did it alone.
El apóstol Pablo lo hizo.
Apostle Paul did it alone.
Ya se hubiera terminado esto.
Everything would have been over. This would have been finished.
Se necesita que lo hagamos entre todos.
The thing is that it requires all of us to do this.
Cumplir y llevar a cabo el propósito de Dios.
To fulfill God's plan.
¿Qué te está impidiendo creerle al Señor?
What keeps you from believing and trusting God?
¿Qué te impide creer y vivir lo que Dios te dice?
What keeps you from believing and living in what God says?
¿A qué le temes?
What are you afraid of?
Es el temor en general,
It's fear in general.
pero ¿a qué le temes?
What are you afraid of?
Uy, no, es que yo temo que si
I'm afraid that if I
perdono esta me la van a seguir haciendo.
forgive this, they're just going to do this to me again.
Uy, no, que si de pronto yo me humillo, entonces se me montan.
That if I humble myself, then I'm just going to be made fun of and they're just going to ride me.
Que si yo hago más, me van a coger de tonto y me van a usar, me van a abusar.
That if I just do it wrong, then
More.
that if I do more, they're just going to think I'm foolish and then they're going to take advantage of me.
¿A qué le temes? Say it in English, I translate.
There's a question that
Hay una pregunta que el profeta Chris Volaton hace.
Prophet Chris Vallotton makes. And he says, what would you do if you had 10 times more courage than you have today?
¿Qué harías tú si tuvieras 10 veces más coraje del que tienes hoy?
And whatever comes to mind,
Y lo que sea que venga a tu mente,
if there's anything that you could imagine yourself doing right now, if you had 10 times more courage,
si hay algo que tú te puedas imaginar que tú harías tú mismo si tuvieras 10 veces más coraje del que tienes hoy,
then you're living in fear.
entonces quiere decir que estás viviendo en temor. Wow, está buenísimo. ¿A qué te atreverías si tuvieras 10 veces más coraje?
What would you be courageous enough to do?
Una que escuché yo una vez.
There's one I heard one time.
¿Qué harías si hoy te dieran 10 millones de dólares?
What would you do if you had $10 million? If someone gave you $10 million today, what would you do?
No, yo construiría un asilo para ancianos.
Oh, I would build a nursing home.
Empieza a hacerlo. Dios te va a dar los 10 millones de dólares.
Begin to do it and God will give it to you.
Si no lo estás haciendo
If you're not doing it
y te dan los 10 millones de dólares,
and they give you the 10 million,
en menos de que te des cuenta se te desaparecieron
in the least amount of time possible, you'll realize that they're gone
y nunca habrás hecho un asilo de ancianos.
and you would have never done it.
Estadísticamente la gente que se gana la lotería en 4 o 5 años queda más pobre de lo que estaba.
Statistically, the people that win the lottery are more poor 5 years later than they were when they received that money.
¿Qué es aquello que está latiendo en tu corazón por hacer que no te has atrevido?
What is beating in your heart? What is within you that wants to come out that you are not willing to do?
Se necesita más valor para pedir perdón que para señalar.
It takes more courage to ask for forgiveness than to point a finger.
Se necesita mucho más valor para humillarse y servir que para exigir ser servido.
It takes a lot more courage to humble yourself and serve others than to demand being served.
Se necesita mucho más carácter para obedecer órdenes que para darlas.
You need a lot more character to obey orders than to give orders.
Se necesita más valentía para hablar con amor que para gritar.
You need more courage to speak with love than it does to scream at someone.
Una que me enseñó mi abuelita. Se necesita ser más hombre para evitar una pelea que para buscarla.
Something that my grandmother taught me. You need to be more of a man to walk away from a fight than you are to go into one.
Es el temor lo que nos impide.
It is fear that is keeping us.
Es el temor al que dirán.
It is the fear of what will they say.
Es el temor a que me usen.
It is the fear of being used.
Es el temor a que me pidan.
It is the fear of being asked.
No, eso es lo que nos impide ser comunidad.
It's fear that keeps us from being a community.
Es el temor que movió a Esaú
It's fear that moved Esau
a despreciar sus derechos.
to despise his birthrights.
Es el temor que llevó a Saúl
It's fear that took Saul
a perder su reinado.
to lose his kingdom.
Pongámonos de pie, por favor.
May we stand, please?
Aunque usted no lo crea, esto es una prédica de ánimo. Ánimo, de encouragement. De encouragement, de ánimo.
Oh, although you may not believe it, this is a word of encouragement.
¿Sabes por qué?
Do you know why?
Porque lo que Dios te está diciendo es que ese temor que sientes no viene de Él.
Because what God is saying is that that fear that is abiding in you doesn't come from Him.
Que ese temor es una mentira.
That fear that you're living in is a lie.
Que ese temor es sencillamente la estrategia del enemigo para evitar que el verdadero león que hay en ti salga.
That fear is simply the strategy that the enemy is using so that the lion that is within you won't come out.
Es la mentira que te dice que tus hijos se van a perder, que tu matrimonio no tiene esperanza,
It's the lie that tells you that your children are just going to be lost, that your marriage has no hope,
que tu vida va a pasar sin sentido,
that your life is just going to go in its way without any purpose or meaning whatsoever.
que no hay dones, que no hay talentos, que no hay llamado en ti.
That there are no talents, there are no abilities, that there is no calling over your life.
Es una mentira.
And that is a lie.
que nadie te quiere, que
that
nadie
no
te
one
acepta.
loves you, that no one respects you.
Es una mentira.
It's a lie.
El temor es una mentira.
Fear is a lie.
La mentira de un muerto
It's the lie of someone who is dead.
es tan real como las máscaras de Halloween. Me pasó en estos,
As the masks that we use on Halloween, or that we don't use.
me pasó en estos días que fui a Home Depot a comprar algo
It happened to me a couple of days ago when I went to Home Depot.
y como hay bastante decoración de Halloween,
And since there's a lot of decoration for Halloween,
hay un hombre lobo que reacciona al movimiento, tiene un sensor de movimiento.
there's a werewolf that reacts to movement. He has a sensor.
Fui y agarré lo que iba a comprar,
So I went and I grabbed what I was going to buy.
voy a pagar y paso por el lado del hombre lobo ese.
And I'm walking by and I walk right by that werewolf.
Y no sé en qué iba pensando cuando siento que me...
And I don't know what I was thinking about, but he just growled at me and I was like, oh.
Pegué un salto como de 2 metros.
I jumped like 2 meters.
Por supuesto uno pone la cara de bobo y mira para todos lados.
Obviously, after you just put this, dumbfound face on you, like, eh.
2 días después fuimos con mi esposa a cambiar lo que habíamos comprado.
2 days later, I went with my wife to exchange what we had bought.
Y apenas vi el hombre lobo le dije, pilas que cuando pases te va a asustar.
And I said, be careful, when you walk by, he's going to scare you.
Es lo que uno crea.
It's whatever you believe.
Una vez con mi cuñado, con el hermano mayor de mi esposa, nos expulsaron de una casa del terror en Colombia.
Once, with my brother-in-law, we got expelled, we got kicked out of a house of terror.
¿Saben qué es una casa del terror?
You know what a house of terror is?
No se la recomiendo, no vayan, eso no es para los hijos de Dios.
I don't recommend it for you. Don't go. This is not for the children of
Yo no
God.
conocía al Señor en ese tiempo,
I didn't know of God at that time,
pero sabíamos que era una farsa.
but we knew that it was a fake.
¿Recuerdan que yo consumía drogas y alcohol?
Remember I told you I used to consume a lot of drugs and alcohol?
Pues íbamos todos high
So we'd go and we'd show up and we're all high.
y nos metimos en la casa del terror.
And we went into this house of terror.
Y entonces salía de pronto un monstruo. ¡Ah!
And so a monster would come out.
Y yo lo agarraba de la cabeza y mi cuñado le pegaba.
And so I'd grab him by the head and my brother-in-law would hit him.
Al rato salía otro. ¡Ah!
And then another one would show up. And then we'd hit him and drop him.
Al momentico prendieron la luz y nos sacaron.
And a little bit after they turned on all the lights, they kicked us out.
¿Qué tiene que ver eso con lo que estoy diciendo?
What does that have to do with what I'm telling you?
Sabíamos que era una mentira.
We knew that it was a lie.
Tus temores son mentiras.
Your fears are lies.
Agárralos de las orejas
Grab them by the ears. Beat them up.
y tíralos afuera de tu vida.
And throw them out of your life.
Son mentiras.
They're lies.
Todo aquello que te dice que no puedes.
Everything that tells you you can't.
Todo aquello que te dice que no va a funcionar.
Everything that tells you that it won't work out.
Toda palabra, todo diagnóstico, todo anuncio, toda premonición de algo malo
Every word, every diagnosis, every premonition of something wrong
viene de tu Padre Celestial.
is not coming from your Heavenly Father.
Porque todo lo que Él ha previsto para ti
Because everything that He has planned for you
es bueno, agradable y perfecto.
is good, it's pleasing, and it's perfect.
Porque su bondad es para siempre.
Because His goodness is forever.
Porque todo lo que Él tiene para ti son planes de bienestar.
Because everything that He has for you are plans of goodness.
Así que todo lo que haya en tu mente que te diga algo diferente
And so whatever is in your mind that tells you otherwise
es una mentira
is a lie
que se vuelve realidad en tu vida si la crees.
that becomes a truth in your life if you believe it.
Pero el día que tú paras firme en quién eres
But the day that you stand firm in who you are
y le dices a esa mentira eso, que es una mentira,
and you tell that lie you are a lie,
le declaras la verdad
and you declare the truth over it,
y no le pones más cuidado,
and you no longer pay attention to it,
deja de tener poder sobre tu
then
vida.
it stops having power over your life.
Por eso Cristo es el camino, la verdad y la vida.
This is why the Bible says that Jesus is the way, the truth, and the light.
Y por eso Satanás es el engañador y el acusador.
And this is why Satan is the accuser and the
Slander.
slander.
¿Qué tal si hoy
Deceiver.
empiezas a identificar cada una de esas mentiras,
So what if today you begin to encounter each one of those lies,
cada uno de esos temores,
each one of those fears,
y empiezas a declararle a cada uno de esos temores:
and you begin to declare over each one of those fears,
no te creo,
I don't believe you.
Aunque te esté viendo con mis ojos,
Although I see you with my
no te
eyes,
creo.
I don't believe you.
Mis hijos no se van a perder.
My children will not be
Mi
lost.
vida no se va a
My
perder.
life will not go to
Yo
waste.
tengo un plan y un propósito.
God has a plan for my life.
Esa enfermedad no viene de mi padre.
That sickness does not come from
Ese
my father.
diagnóstico no lo recibo y no tiene que estar en mí.
I don't receive that diagnosis, and it doesn't need to be a part of my life.
Ese futuro que no tiene esperanza no viene de mi padre.
That future without a hope doesn't come from my father.
Hoy decido creer en la verdad.
Today I decide to believe the truth.
Satanás, no más tus mentiras.
Saying, no longer will I accept your
No
lies.
las creo más.
I don't longer accept them in my life.
Pero tienes que hacerlo tú.
But it has to come out of you.
Nadie lo puede hacer por ti.
No one else can do it for you.
Nadie lo va a hacer por ti.
No one else will do it for you.
Jesús ya lo venció en la cruz.
Jesus already did that on the cross.
Pero tú tienes que anunciarle a esa mentira en tu
But you
mente
gotta announce to that truth,
que Cristo murió por ti,
or sorry, to that lie that Jesus died on the cross
que no
for
se
you,
quedó muerto.
and that he didn't remain dead,
Él resucitó.
that he resurrected,
Y el mismo espíritu que resucitó a Jesús de
and that
los
the same
muertos
spirit that resurrected Jesus from the
le da vida a
cross
tu cuerpo mortal.
is the same spirit that gives life to your mortal body.
Resucita de la muerte lo que está allí por una mentira.
Resurrect in your life what is there that is dead by a lie.
Él es el camino, la verdad y la vida.
He is the truth, the way, and the life.
Toma poder hoy en el Espíritu.
Take power today. Take hold.
Nuevo amanecer.